Shaz Chaudhry, Pep Talk UK, delighted to be joined by Mickey Amoo Senior. How you doing, sir?
I'm very good, very good. Yourself?
I'm happier now that I've got you online, and I'm happier after watching Richard do the business over the weekend, headlining Las Vegas, from Loughton to Las Vegas. My goodness, what a journey!
From Bukum, Accra in Ghana to Las Vegas. It's been a long journey, and the journey is still going on.
I jumped on the train from Loughton. You've been there from day one, spotting the talent, bringing them over to Loughton, being the B-side all over the world, and now we're headlining Las Vegas. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great achievement, and it's testament to Richard himself, who's always been the consummate professional. You know, I can't do my job unless I've got the tools to do them with. And when you've got someone like Richard, who is so easy to work with, you can do your job to the utmost of your ability. And it's proven where he's ended up, you know, headlining a show in Las Vegas in the MGM Grand. It's not his first show that he's headlining Vegas, mind you, but you know, in the MGM Grand on a top ranked bill, you know, it's a fantastic achievement, And coupled with being out of the ring for 14 months, coming off a loss, I think everybody thought his career was over, or everybody thought that, you know, it's a long way back for him. He's just proven exactly what he is, a true champion.
Good stoppage win. Mr. Lopez was in the building. I know he's been having words with him along both in camp and afterwards. Potential competitor. How's that happening? How are they buddies now?
Well, there was always a mutual respect. I mean, if you watched the run up to their fight back in December 2020 or 2019, there was always a mutual respect. You know, there was never a bad word said in regards to each one of them. You know, there was never a bad word said between the camps, you know, and we respected Lopez because Lopez took the hard route as far as we're concerned. You know, he took the route which had Nakatani, Richard, and Lomachenko, you know, and out of all the guys out there, Teofimo has won championships and he's beaten champions. So in our eyes, he's the only undisputed lightweight champion, and he's the only lightweight champion. You know, regardless of whoever's got any other belts, he's the true champion. And we respected that. And it was, you know, it was one of those fights. After the fight at Madison Square Garden, Lopez came into Richard's changing room, and they exchanged words and said how, you know, they respected one another, and how, you know, it was, you know, I mean, it was inches. I mean, they both threw punches at the same time, and whoever would have landed was, you know, going to come out on top. And unfortunately for us, you know, I mean, Teofimo landed, and that was that. But there was always a mutual respect.
Lopez talks about the takeover, but I'm sure Richard's looking at a rematch. Richard's looking at that opportunity.
No, well, I don't think we'll get a rematch. I think that's the furthest. I think Lopez is the furthest away for us in terms of Richard getting a rematch. There was never a rematch clause because it was a mandatory for Richard to defend against Lopez. And like I said, Richard's ultimate goal is to be a world champion again. It's to be a two-time world champion. So we have to have a look at the options that are on the table, the route back for Richard to be a world champion, and whoever's in that route, that's the route we're going to take. But that's what we're looking for.
Exciting division.
Very. I mean, I think it's the hottest division out there.
Who's on the radar?
Like I said, it doesn't really matter, because Richard's ultimate goal is to be a world champion. So whatever route we choose, and whoever's in that way, it doesn't matter to us. That it doesn't matter to Richard, you know. And there are many people speaking and talking and wanting to come and put their hat in the ring, you know. And we shall see. We shall see. But funny enough, the Ryan Garcias and the Tank Davises and the Devin Haneys have been quiet.
I'm waiting for you to say the names. I never said any names there. That was you, because
I'm being honest. I'm being honest with you. You never hear any of them mention Richard's name. You never hear any of them. I mean, I saw an interview with Devin Haney the other day saying that everyone's dodging him. I've never seen Devin Haney ever mention Richard's name. You know, Tank Davis, their team has never mentioned Richard's name. Ryan Garcia, I found out that Oscar De La Hoya, before the fight, started to follow Richard on Instagram. It wouldn't surprise me if he's unfollowed him very quickly.
It's not a new theme, though, is it? Historically, looking back over the last 3 to 5 years, Richard sat well ranked with all the organisations, ring, but never got the opportunity to fight on the big stage because it was one of them fights that people didn't fancy.
Well, you know, as the boxing, there's always been a stigma around Ghanaian and African fighters. You know, I've been managing Richard for over 10 years now, and it's always difficult. It's been difficult to get him the recognition that he deserves as a fighter. You know, when you look, I mean, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia have not achieved what Richard has achieved. But the way they are spoken about, as if Richard is just obsolete, you know? And as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not being biased because Richard's my fighter, I just think of it as a matter of fact. Richard has proved himself time and time again that he is a great fighter. And, you know, again, with African fighters, they just don't get the recognition they should do. You know, that's why we're trying, and we're building Richard up. You know, being a headline on the Top Rank show in Las Vegas was a fantastic platform for Richard, you know, and not many fighters achieved that. And Richard's achieved it twice in Las Vegas, headlining shows, you know, and he still doesn't get the recognition that he should do as a fighter. Former world champion, lost to who is now an undisputed world champion, you know, he should be getting more recognition.
Good fight, no shame in that. Again, he fought fire with fire. Again, Lopez, great fighter, but again, having shared the ring, and Richard will, no doubt in my mind, have another title shot. Opponent, and you know that 2-time world champ's going to happen. Now, I hate using the word conveyor belt, but you've obviously got a lot of talent that you're looking at. Who else is there coming through?
We've got a few kids back home in Ghana that we're looking to bring through. There's a young kid called Joshua Wahab. He's 19-0, super featherweight. He's going to be really, really good. Just in the middle of doing some negotiations for him to get him some decent fights. We signed a heavyweight called Michael Piriton from Belgium. He's 4-0, you know, from Belgium, and again looking to get him, you know, over to the States pretty soon. You know, we're gonna build him up slowly because the heavyweight division is tough. It's very, very tough. But he's a talented young man and who's got a good head on his shoulders. So we're really looking to do some good stuff with him. And we've got some other youth back in Ghana as well that we're gonna work with. Over here, obviously, we've got Ramez Mahmoud and we've got Ryan Walker that we're trying to get them the fights that they want.
Good lads.
And also a young guy called Jordan, Jordan, who's 4-0 welterweight. Fantastic prospect, just can't get him a fight. He's been around sparring the gyms, you know, sparring. I think he's been training with Michael in Ben Davison's gym. He's had a lot of exposure in the gyms. And unfortunately, when you do spar prospects and you do well, sometimes you don't get the opportunities, you know. So we're looking to get Jordan Dujon some fights, but we may have to go abroad with him as well.
Mickey, at the end of the fight, Richard then pulled out some moves and celebratory dances. Where's he learned that from?
It's an emotion for Richard. He's such a quiet, unassuming guy that obviously after a victory, all his emotion comes out. And, you know, back home in Ghana, where Richard's from, Accra, Bukum, they're always rejoicing and dancing and having the drummers play. So after fights, there's always this joyous emotion that comes out with you. For Richard, it's a split second, boom, and then it's gone, and then he's back to quiet, unassuming Richard. But it's just part of his makeup, you know?
It was a side that, having known him for several years now, it was a side that was good to see. I do hope he gets the opportunities and the right fights moving forward. I know yourself and Lou DiBella are going to be working hard to match him up, promote him, get the right fights moving forward. Fantastic journey to be on. On a personal note, Mickey, I love what you've done for African boxing. I think it goes unheralded so often. And all I can do is wish you, Team Commey, Streetwise Management, the best of luck. And as always, thank you for the time from everyone at Pep Talk UK.
Shaz, thank you very much. And thank you for the continued support.
Dude, have a fantastic day. Good luck. Enjoy the win.
Thank you. And I'll keep you informed. When I know more, you'll know more.